All right, turn the stream on.
Pending home index.
Yes, it's going high. It's going to go to all-time high. Nuked 50 points just so it could go to all-time high.
So I'm guessing it had to be the jobless claims from this morning that probably pull it back a little bit, and then Dixie going up and the yields going up as well. They're probably pulling back right now. If Dixie pulls that descending triangle, oh man, it's only up.
You're about to be through the value area high of today's session.
Disgusting.
The odds of you losing the value area of like the previous week and the session low, and in the same day breaking the session high afterwards, like astronomical.
That's disgusting.
Astronomical.
Call it, man. At this point, equities is a Bitcoin chart. You know what I mean? We pulling up.
It's even worse. Bitcoin's clean. Value area high is around like 4208. You break through that, you could easily go all-time high.
Bro, we tested the daily lows on practically everything, on ES, on Bitcoin as well. It tested daily opens and just bounced immediately. It didn't even like get a candle down there. It got a wick down there and it literally just bounced right off of it. GME climbing looks like it's about to do some fucking face fuck Chad candle.
You're at 15-minute resistance right now. 30-minute as well. 1 hour as well. Still looks disgustingly bullish. You still holding, Smoochie?
Yep. I bought tomorrow's 420s at 57 cents. Now they're $1.31.
Nice.
I mean, I'm waiting for a sell signal, but
it hasn't even told you to take profit on 10 minutes. Thing's crazy.
It did around like 4:18.75, but I didn't listen to it.
Oh, on SPY, yeah. On ES it hasn't.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at SPY.
Yeah.
Fucking love King. Talk about Twitter. Nobody could beat him in the crypto.
Hey, he's talking about boxing people.
Jake Paul and shit.
It's topping out on that resistance for now. Momo's getting a little weak.
Yeah, I mean, I have a stop market in place.
1 minute bear div on Momo.
Same thing tomorrow. Drop in the morning. back up to the end?
Yeah, I hope
Everyone-
not. Hopefully it's
everyone
it's
just-
cleaner tomorrow so I can trade it on ES.
Anybody register for the Top Shot?
Yeah. You had to pre-register though.
I did.
The 3-minute was really clean today. The only time you would have lost is if you would have taken the buy as a flip around 11. Every other trade was a win. Win there, and then massive win here. You fulfilled your 80% trade. You could have made, what, 10 points off that? Not even. 8 points. You got another 20 points from value area high to value area high. All-time high coming pretty soon here.
Jeez.
Drop 50 points just so you can go to all-time high.
Dow is running also, but Q's and IWM still down for the day.
Thing is, I had these 420s carried over from yesterday, and I also capitulated this morning and then bought back in.
Yeah, Dow looks pretty strong here. You break this little 1 hour downtrend, it's going to rip.
ETH is breaking out the falling wedge. About to be stupid.
I don't think my chat's working. Let me restart it. There we go. Silver going for a gap fill today. Snapchat recovered. Nice. Coinbase still can't get back above 300. PLTR recovering a little bit, but still down pretty bad on the day. DoorDash down 7% today. Got hammered.
Try to tell you guys, man. Full moons, man. Full moons.
Isn't it like 3 days after the full moon? When was the last full moon?
I don't know. I fucking went to the beach fucking yesterday. That shit was bright as day. It was about full of shit. I think it's about to end.
Supposed to be 3 days after the full moon. That's the bull cycle.
Oh shit. Well, shit.
After the full moon starts, though, so we're in the bull cycle.
Yeah. So we ready? We about to go up.
Yeah, ES hitting a lot of resistance up here. Most time frames showing resistance. Tweets are top on 15, 30 minute, 1 hour. The buys are a little late on these.
The 1 hour actually never told you to sell from
Oh,
a few days ago.
that little trend line that I drew the other day on my other chart. I came back to my other chart and look at where we bounced. That's fucking gross.
You look at the 1 hour on SPY, the buy signal from a few days ago never flipped sell, even with this morning.
Is it the same on ES? No, ES flipped. Let's see SPY. Yeah, SPY still good. It's funny, typically ES kind of gives you a good understanding of like what the day's going to be like. It gives you like a nice little idea of kind of what direction you're going to be in, but SPY has been a lot cleaner than ES. Like a lot of the fake price action that we're seeing is happening on ES overnight. It's not really giving you confidence. Like if you look at ES, it looks like absolute dog shit compared to SPY. SPY looks a lot better. SPY is still choppy, but nowhere near as bad. Rising wedges don't work on crypto. Rising wedges are very bullish on crypto for the most part. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. The reason rising wedges don't work is because people use those like distribution patterns in crypto just to buy more. So typically in like regular markets, when you see like rising wedges, that distribution scares people and they close their positions and it starts to sell off. That doesn't happen in crypto. Crypto people use that to buy more. It's like a way for the whales to suppress the price, and it gets tight, 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 like all the way through the wedge, and then it rips because they stop suppressing it. You can typically see that with a heat map. If you have like trading light or book map or something, the whales will suppress the price inside the wedge. They'll pull their ask, and then price will start to climb. They work sometimes the way they're supposed to, but more often than not, it's just a whale suppressing the price. And then as soon as they stop suppressing it, it rips.
On the job description for this company I'm interviewing with, it says the top sales rep this year wins a Tesla delivered to their home.
Nice. Nice call on Cake yesterday, by the way. You made a killing. How'd Cake do today? I haven't looked at it. Oh, yeah, ripped hard. Look at that. Really nice move on Cake. The daily still has not closed on Cake. Cake is very bullish. God bless CZ Binance for Cake and BNB. I am still holding BNB. How's it doing? Let's see. I've got some spot BNB. Yeah, it's not bad. Ripple, let's take a look. Still looks like most crypto charts right now. They had that liquidation pullback and then bounced off of it. So still slightly bullish. 4 hour hitting resistance, pulling back. 1 hour rolling over. Sell signal came in. Yeah, so I probably wouldn't touch this until I get back above like 142. Back above the resistance. It's kind of crazy that Ripple went back to $2. That's actually wild. That is actually wild. Johnson & Johnson, let me take a look. It looks like a big daily bulldog. You still have a bulldog kind of playing out on the daily. So as long as you hold that low, it looks pretty bullish. Break above 166, 167 should rip higher for sure. You've got a lot of resistance around that level though. All the way up to like 168. But above 168 looks like a bulldog for sure. Thoughts on Tesla? Let's take a look. Still selling off, as I've said in Discord. Anything below 711 is very bearish. 711 is a big support. You lost that support. You have a sell signal on the daily. And I said in Discord that you're very likely to go back down to the monthly VWAP, 646, 648, somewhere around there. And that's where we're headed. So unless the daily gives a buy or it bounces off VWAP, I don't like it. XVS is a leading platform on Binance Smart Chain. It did a cup and handle exactly as you predicted. You said watch out for the dip, and it did. Let me take a look. I think I remember talking about that. Yeah, there it was. Yep. Yeah, so I remember talking about this. It was putting in the cup. It didn't have the handle. And then look at that. Put in the handle. Beautiful breakout. Gave a buy signal on the daily. And now we're ripping. Very, very clean. That's a clean chart. Is that on FTX? XVS? No, it's not. That sucks. That's a clean chart. You're looking for about like 160 to 180 on that thing for the cup and handle. You could also take fibs, which would lead you to 130, 137, 160, 170. You can use PancakeSwap to access it. Yeah. I'm not on PancakeSwap yet. Apple looks good. They had good earnings. It sold off pretty nasty, though. So until it closes back above like 135, I probably wouldn't touch it. You've also hit most of our targets. We had targets around like 136, 137. Those were hit. So now you're just waiting for it to hold above those levels. You still have a gap fill back to like 142. Looks like ES is topping out a little bit here. There's that resistance starting to take effect on all these time frames. Brutal price action today.
And I'm at Amazon.
Were you scalping it or something?
No, I got a 3,800 the other day, 34, excuse me, a couple days ago. On that big news that came out about
the split.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been holding it for a couple days, but I'm not gonna hold it through earnings.
Uber's getting a lot of calls. It's because they have earnings coming up. They're getting wrecked right now.
Considering the call, the call is 8,000, and it was up to 12. I am not gonna risk 12,000 on earnings.
Pretty much everything on my call scanner is just because of earnings. Pretty strong sell-off so far in ES. Doesn't like this resistance on the higher time frames.
Oh, the draft is today, isn't it?
Out of SPY.
That's today.
Yeah, tonight.
What draft?
NFL, the big
NFL.
one.
Oh, nice.
You a Tennessee Titans fan, C's? Or LA team?
I don't really follow a NFL team.
You're a football.
Yeah,
You like the
the
Dolphins,
real
dude.
football.
Don't lie.
No, I mean I do like Derrick Henry. I think he's a pretty good player. Stephen Diggs. I got players that I like, but not necessarily a team.
I don't know, Smoochie, who has the cap space to take Aaron Rodgers' contract on with the reduced cap this year.
Yeah, right.
What is he? Is he leaving Green Bay?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not happy in Green Bay.
Has he already left?
Nah. But they've been talking about this for like probably almost 2 years now that he's not happy up there.
Who's fucking happy up there? So damn cold.
He's really good, man. He deserves fucking at least one more Super Bowl, to be honest.
I think if
Who
he
got
went
the
to
MVP? Who got the MVP last year?
no idea.
What do you mean? You mean of NFL?
Yeah,
It was it Rodgers? I thought it was Brady.
no,
No,
not
Brady
not
just
the
smacked his
Super Bowl
ass.
MVP.
Oh,
But
not
like-
Super Bowl. You mean like overall the fucking
Yeah.
season?
Rodgers
it
won
was
MVP.
Rodgers.
Yeah, Roger.
So this is like a perfect time for him to leave and get some good money coming up at MVP.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you
it's
what,
great timing, C's. It's great timing.
if he were to go to the Titans, I think they'd be a top 3 team in football.
It's like in baseball when they win the Cy Young Award. It's just perfect timing if they want to leave. I know a couple, Zach Greinke and a couple other pitchers I know have done it. As soon as they win a Cy Young, they use that to leverage out and go on free agency. Trevor Bauer last year.
I mean, Rodgers' problem is he always has to compete against Brady in the playoffs, and he loses to Brady every time.
That was only this past year. Brady was in the AFC for his entire career.
Oh, was he?
Rodgers in the NFC. Yeah.
Still valid though. Everyone loses to Tom Brady in
Yeah.
the Super Bowl unless you're a Manning.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Unless you're a Manning. I didn't think about that.
Eli beat him twice.
Or Nick Foles.
Fuck Nick Foles. I fucking hate that guy's soul.
Bro, that one Giants game was so hard to watch.
Both of them fucking crushed my soul, dude.
Brutal. I wasn't even a fan of the Patriots back in the day. I just liked Brady. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the Patriots anymore, but that game was really hard to watch.
Just 2 of the luckiest plays in NFL history. But the Giants had good defense both years. I'll give them that. Really good defense.
It shows you how hard it is to go undefeated Because throughout the entire history of the NFL, only one team's ever done it. And they only did it one time. So it's only happened once in the entire history of the NFL. And that's pretty wild.
There's just so much strategy in football compared to other sports.
Yeah.
Soccer's a pretty strategic sport too, actually, but NFL far more than hockey, NBA, and NHL.
5 minute ES putting in a sell candle finally. So this little trend has come to an end, according to the bot.
Let's go, Ray.
So of the 5 minute trades today, you would have been profitable on 1, 2, 3 out of 4. If you flipped and took the buy as a buy. You had 1 trade there, 1 loss, 1 trade there, and then 1 trade here. And my dumbass tried to counter trade it and I lost. For you guys on stream, I took a trade this morning. I had bids set right here to buy the dip into the value area. So typically, today is obviously a kind of like a black swan event. Like this does not happen. This is extremely rare. If this was typical like textbook, when you have a balance and then you break away from the balance and you come back to retest it, if you want to take a long entry, that's where you want to buy. You want to buy the retest of the balance. So that's what I did. I bought the retest of the balance. So far, or right away, it looked really good. It bounced almost immediately. But this was also a gap fill. So if we go to SPY, that same level is actually a gap fill. So it might have been a bounce just from the gap fill, not actually the value area bouncing it. And then he went for a new low and just swept this entire profile. So literally the entire range that we were in for like 3-4 days, you swept the entire area, even almost the session low, which is extremely hard to do. And typically if that happens, you're going to continue lower. So like if you were to blow through the value and then maybe bounce back, this would become like really strong resistance. So like if you were looking to short, you would short a failure of that level and then it would go lower usually. So 2 trades here that were supposed to happen did not happen. Like this trade here, that failed. And then this trade here, where you come back and then you bounce, that failed as well. The only trade that worked properly was this 80% trade here, where you have the push away from balance, and then you retrace back inside the value area high. You have an 80% chance to get to the value area low. That's the only trade based on auction theory that did what it was supposed to. And then you fulfilled that trade, bounced off of it, and then you had another 80% trade. Let me make this cleaner and I'll show you. So if I close this stuff here, volume profile, actually I can do it this way. So where does the session start? Let's say like 9:30 right here, the morning session. Let's take it to the bottom. So like if you take it to the low, this is the volume profile all the way down to the low of the day. You could grab the volume profile, or sorry, the value area. So value area low, value area high. Once we reclaimed that value area low, you had an 80% chance to get back to the value area high. So that trade was fulfilled as well. So both your 80% trades worked. When I took that long, I was targeting the value area high, which was right up here where these red lines are. And that's where we're hitting resistance right now. So pretty brutal day. Dude, I was just meaning like black swan as in something that happened that was extremely rare. It wasn't actually like a catalyst from news. But like based on price action, if you look at how the price action traded against the previous value, you don't see stuff like this very often. We basically lost 3 days worth of value and the session low, and then retraced to the all-time high.
What is holy? Holy Trinity Pool.
It's Sol, FTT, and one other coin. It's an ETF.
SRM, I think.
SRM, there you go. Thing only goes up. Twitter earning report will review in a few hours. Do you think they bought Bitcoin? Not sure, man. I don't follow stuff like that, so I'm not sure.
That guy's a boner, isn't he? I don't think he buys Bitcoin.
Dorsey's a big crypto guy.
Dorsey, yeah.
He is a crypto guy?
Yeah. I mean, he's the one that pushed Square to change some of their balance sheet to crypto.
I knew he liked Wiener. I didn't know if he liked Bitcoin or not.
How was gambling at JMA? You make some coin?
Crushed.
Ream.
Sticky made out like a bandit.
Fucking bandit, dude. Made more money. Sticky. He made more money on side bets on blackjack than I've ever seen in my life. I think I've won side bets on blackjack like 3 times. He won that in like the first 10 minutes.
He just called it a day and said, fuck it.
Oh, he started with 250. He made like 1,200 or some shit.
Nice ROI. That's better than options in this market.
Oh, it's fucking gross. Oh, Luis, it's really hard to say right now, man. The market is extremely unpredictable. We have stuff like this happening on low time frames, so you can't trust anything that happens. I mean, obviously, I would just lean bullish because we're just constantly hitting all-time highs. But it's hard to predict. I was just telling the guys in Discord that if some of my positions don't start coming back by next week, I'm finally going to pull the plug on most of them. And we're just going to go back to scalping until the market gets a lot cleaner. The problem with swing trading when the market does stuff like this is it butchers your premium. So even though you pick the direction properly, there's too much chop in between your entry and your exit. So you still get murdered. This is a market for scalping. You want to be scalping, or you want to be like really, really tight trades, like maybe backed to what we were doing. Excuse me. Back to what we were doing like last year in COVID, when you buy the close, sell the open. You could do something like that, but even then, shit's getting wrecked. So mainly scalping is what you want to be doing right now. It's a very hard market to trade. I've been getting beat up overall on my main account.
Slapped around like a little bitch, huh?
Yeah, beat up. The only trades I'm making money on consistently are my premium trades. I've been selling premium on PLTR. I've been selling premium on Silver. I sold premium on Snapchat. I sold premium on Ford. I had a few other ones.
Ream team's living at my fucking house.
Yeah. I bought Coinbase IPO, got slapped. I bought a UUP dollar hedge, which did very well in the beginning, and then it got slapped. I was in FMAC the day, like literally 30 minutes before it pumped, and then I got slapped.
Rugged.
Yeah, rugged. It literally rugged. I'm in subs long term, getting slapped on that. So my main account's getting hurt. I've been pretty distracted though, so I'm not beating myself up too much. I've been working a lot on indicators in the bot and whatnot, and the bot's doing very well. So I'm gonna start putting a lot of my trades are gonna be based on the bot moving forward. Today I even counter traded the bot, and I got my ass beat. So that shows you why you don't counter trade it. The bot gave me a 5-minute sell here. It also gave me a 15-minute sell. And then I took a buy. I took a buy down here, and it just got wrecked. Why is USD falling? Not too sure, man. It should have been falling a lot harder before with all the stimulus and whatnot. It seems like a late reaction. You'd think it'd be going up when he was talking about how he didn't give a shit about inflation. The bonds are going up a lot though, so that doesn't help. The bot's been working out well. Have you been using it, Michael? Yeah, it's been slaying, man, especially on crypto. Makes me want to go back to crypto, honestly. Equities are fucking just really hard to trade right now.
Shares and scalps, man.
Yeah, scalping is where it's at, really.
This market's been perfect to scalp in.
Yep. It's fire.
Gains aren't as big, but they compound. If you can get like 2% a day, you're doing all right. Granted, I've been fucking slapped too recently, but still.
Yeah, you getting slapped on Aapl is ridiculous. It just shows how hard this market is to trade.
Fucking bullshit. They crush fucking earnings. They gap up after hours, and then they fucking nuke in the morning. Like, what?
Yeah.
It was so retarded.
I'm telling you, man, I think it's because all the new blood in the market. Because that's exactly what we saw in crypto. When all the new blood came in, that's when the BART patterns started coming in because the market makers knew they could fuck them. And now you have all this new blood in equities. And I've never seen BART patterns like this in my history of trading. And now we're seeing them all over the place.
What's the bark pattern, Deja? I don't know that
Like
one.
what today did, like when it nuked down really hard, then it retraced all the way.
Yep.
Like you don't see that in equities. Like in equities back in the day, you used to see that over the span of like maybe a couple days. You wouldn't see that in the span of a couple hours. Not to this extent. Not 50 points on ES.
Yeah, it's just crushing fucking premiums, like you said.
It's a night. Like literally, you could pick the right direction on your option trades. It doesn't matter. There's too much chop in between your entry and exit. You get murdered.
Dude, those 420s that I bought on Monday, if I would have held them till today, when I bought them at like 416, I think, on Monday, like the SPY was at 416, they still would have been fucking red this morning, which is crazy.
Here's a perfect example. Me and JMA sold premium on Snapchat 2 days ago. The next day, it was down 150%. The same day, we were break even. The next day after that, we were up 70%. So just from selling premium, it went from break even to negative 140 to plus 60 in the span of 2 days.
Dude, that's why I haven't even been trading this week that much. I'm just enjoying myself down here.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking not even worth it. Like, I walk away for fucking 10 minutes and lose a couple G's.
It's
what
wild.
I said, you playing with yourself?
Hell yeah. I'm sitting by the fucking pool right now, see? I'm chilling like a dog.
Like when you scalp that Microsoft, you're like, I'm heading to the beach, guys. Later. Peace. At like 8:39 in the morning. It's like you got on, you sold, and you're like, all right, I'm out of here. Didn't you pull up that message too from last year?
Yeah, I don't know where I found it. I like searched it a while back though.
got out of that Amazon. I'm not gonna risk 12, 13 grand on earnings.
Hey, stop.
Oh, you use range bars, Michael? Nice. I never got into range bars. I got into Renko for a little while when I used to day trade futures. Renko works very well with like tick charts. Like you can do tick charts and Renko like side by side. They do really well. But I never got into range bars.
Nice. See, just take that profit, bro.
Yeah, not worth it on earnings. This shit could dump.
Yeah, Doodle, it's rough, man. No, Doodle, honestly, trading the Bitcoin pairs back in the day was hard as fuck because you would always have to watch out for Bitcoin nuking. If you trade on FTX, the perp pairs, like the dollar pairs, they trade really well. They trade a lot better than the Bitcoin pairs.
Limber, look at your DMs. Yo, Huss, how many years on Roger's contract too?
Never heard of that, Dark.
I think he's got next year left.
It's at least 3 first rounds, I think.
I don't want to talk about it, man. I'm not ready to say goodbye yet.
I mean, I think a Justin Fields would do really well in Green Bay with how athletic your backfield and wide receivers are. You need another wide receiver, though. You get Julio Jones and like a Jimmy G or a Justin Fields. I think the team will be really fucking good.
I mean, if that's what they're thinking they're going to do, that's best case scenario to trade up and get a quarterback. But man, who fucking knows?
But you guys drafted a first round quarterback last year, which was the dumbest move in fucking draft history.
It was fucking retarded. Let's trade up 2 picks for a quarterback when we have Rodgers.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, it's literally like a fucking child decided to choose. I want a quarterback. Yeah, the
What up, Huss?
football.
So
You still in jail, or you finally get out on parole?
Doug,
I thought you quit that place a while back.
I didn't.
yeah, that was a while ago. It was
Yeah.
last.
He gave up when they wouldn't let him have his chair. He's like, the chair stays or I
Did
leave.
you ever sell that overstock?
No, I still got it.
You still have it.
Share.
Never sells, dude.
You got the biggest diamond hands in the world.
You still have that overstock position?
I have shares. I sold some of the calls, but I do have shares. Dude, it's going to be like Wayfair one day. Just wait.
The bot might flick back into a buy real fast on ES here. It's climbing right back up.
Speaking of overstock, look at it on the daily. It looks like the world's biggest triangle.
Would you stick your dick in his C's?
No, seriously, look at it on the daily. It looks like a huge triangle.
Thing got slapped on earnings.
That's all it knows how to do on earnings, no matter what.
Yeah. Gets slapped around.
Imagine being the asshole that bought shares this morning at $88.
On overstock, yeah.
That fucking hurts.
It's clicking. I can hear somebody clicking.
What's clicking? Is it me?
It's balls. Wasn't it?
What's going on? I don't hear anything.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody clicking.
I think you're losing your mind.
Fucked up, Seeds?
You were listening to that dealer for too long, dude. Fucking dealer blew all our brains out. What was he? What was he calling Einstein?
Dude, I have no idea.
He was talking about EMPs and
No, he said Einstein's name weird. It was funny as shit.
Einstein.
Shit was funny, dude. That guy's hilarious. Nope. Yes, not liking that 5-minute resistance. The Momo looks good though. If the Momo flips bullish here, should go higher. My target was spot on. My entry was just a little early. 42.07 was my target, damn near the high. Amazon has nothing but calls coming in for earnings. No puts. That means it's probably going to go down. Counter trade the smart money.
Maybe.
I mean, look at that asshole who fucking played Microsoft. He got buried.
That guy got crushed, dude.
Absolutely buried.
Guy ate the biggest, dirtiest steak of his life.
That guy probably got fired, to be honest.
No shit, losing that much money?
Dude, he got buried. They're literally they're worthless in one day.
How much was that?
I think it was like 500 million or some shit.
Oh,
500K.
Oh, 500K. No, I thought he had a bunch of them, didn't he?
The one I seen, the big one, was 500K.
That flowers thing is popping up on my scanner again. 1-800-Flowers. Oh, damn, that thing had good earnings. That was a falling wedge.
Article. I read some article not too long ago that said that was a good buy.
Yeah, look at it, dude. There was a massive falling wedge on good earnings. FLWS. Back above monthly VWAP. It's not a bad chart. What do we got? It about 7 minutes left, and this brutal ass day is over. Amazon is the last big tech to have earnings, and then we're finally out of this fucking earnings week.
Is Amazon today or tomorrow morning?
I think it's today after hours, I believe.
today.
Did you guys see this? You were talking about Aaron Rodgers. It says he's literally thinking about leaving the team. Just like, period.
We're not there yet, Deja. Fucking chill.
He's gonna quit, man. He's gonna quit on you. How old is he? He's got a couple years left, right?
He's 37. He could, like, I don't know, if he takes care of his body like Brady does, maybe he could play into his 40s. Probably could. Loses mobility, though.
I think max like 42 for Rodgers. I don't think he can play past that. He runs too much.
That's kind of my concern, too. Yeah.
Does he get injured a lot?
Yeah. Hasn't had the best injury history either.
Oh, Neo has earnings today too. I didn't know that. That's not good. Yeah, Neo does have earnings. Good call. Hey, if Neo has good earnings though, this could finally get it out of this range. Go back towards like 55, back towards like 60. This could be nice. Twitter has earnings too. So there's actually a couple big companies: Twitter, Amazon, Neo. A lot of growth. A lot of growth.
Amazon's gonna split 4-way probably.
Yeah, I hope 10-way, but you know that's too much to ask for.
Probably 5, 4.
Because how many shares do they have right now? Splitting 10-way is probably way too many shares. Who picked up Clay Matthews? Is it the Bears?
I think he's retired.
Oh, did he retire completely? What, didn't he switch teams before he retired though?
Yeah.
Play for the Rams.
Rams, there you go. He was one of the blue teams. The defensive player I used to love watching back in the day was fucking Jared Allen. Guy used to take people out. When he was playing for the Vikings back in the day, he led the league in sacks. They lost sales due to chip shortage. They had to close for 2 weeks. They sold material to Tesla for $10 million. I didn't know that. You talking about Neo? Yeah, I heard the chip shortage is hurting a lot of car manufacturers, especially Ford. My dad was saying that he read somewhere about like there's like a helium shortage going on. Or like the supply chain for helium is fucking getting wrecked. I don't know any companies that you can trade that are publicly traded with that do a lot of business in helium though.
I'd figure like air gas would be one of them, or air products.
Let me look up helium stocks. Yeah, American Helium, Royal Helium. Short balloon futures, yeah, right.
Hey, have a good night, boys.
Yeah, have a good one.
Later.
Later, bro.
Lynn, let's see, what's Lynn? Lynn Day? They've been doing pretty good. What's American Helium? Let's see. This penny stock?
Apple looks like it's about to die.
Yeah, a lot of these companies are not traded on the U.S. market. Yeah, this was back in September. Helium is soaring on red hot demand, shrinking supply. Why helium is heading a lot higher. That American helium penny stock, AHELF, is like the one that keeps coming up.
If this is not a fucking hangman on SPY, I don't know what is.
It's got a daily buy signal, but I'm guessing it has no volume. It actually has a lot of volume.
Look at this candle on SPY. It's about to close.
54,000 dog shit. Yeah, I know, the daily, it's pretty gross. The daily ES candle looks pretty good, though. Yeah, daily SPY is really bad. Daily ES looks pretty good, though.
Look at that wick on the daily.
What a gross fucking day, dude.
That's a nasty wick. There's a disgusting daily candle.
Alright, we got Amazon, Twitter, and Neo.
Oh, I was looking at SPY. Yeah, the SPY daily looks like a crazy wick.
Yeah, SPY's bad. ES isn't too bad.
It's a nasty, nasty wick on SPY daily.
There goes Amazon.
Fucking beasting already.
I should have held my call.
Is Amazon ripping?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Shit. I wasn't gonna risk though. That was too much money to risk.
There she goes.
I'm not that big of a degen.
He's trying to break all-time high right here. Slapped. Oh, all-time high. Slapped. All-time high.
It is getting slapped really fast. It's funny as hell.
Slap.
You guys see how
All-time high.
you could wash trade that thing for like $100 a fucking share each time.
Wow.
Look at that thing go.
There it goes.
3,600.
All-time high, yep. I mean, dude,
you know how much
their last earnings was one of the best earnings I've ever seen. And they went down because Bezos said he was stepping down.
How much that 3,400 is gonna be worth tomorrow?
You remember how good their fucking earnings were?
Yeah, they'll be red by morning. Don't trip, C's. They'll be fucking down 3% by the morning.
That's like if it stays here, that's like an extra 10 grand. That's gonna be on that contract tomorrow. Nasty.
How was close? I was on an interview.
Not bad. Doesn't matter though. Amazon's fucking pushing it higher.
Oh damn.
Amazon's up almost 200 points.
That should push up Q. The Qs.
Even if you bought a 10 Delta Lotto, it's up $2 grand already.
Are they gonna announce their split?
Oh, if they announce the split, I guarantee this thing goes close to 4,000.
They always beat Rami. Company's disgusting, dude. It's gonna take over the world soon.
Soon. It's like already taking over the world.
Their last earnings report was absolutely sickening. How good they beat, and they still went down.
That was just because of Bezos.
Yeah.
There's 150 points already.
Yeah, it's fucking gross. How much were the 10 Delta Lottos? Let's see. If you were playing a lotto, you would have bought like the 3730s. They were about 800.
You'd have to do that. Do like next week's 4100s or something.
They were about 800, and you would have already made probably about $2,000. But it's earnings, so don't even think about it. It's fucking dog shit. And like JMA said, it could go back to fucking nothing by the open. All right, what else had earnings? We had Twitter and Neo. Neo hasn't announced. What about Twitter? Twitter is getting slaughtered.
Slapped. Send that cocksucker to 0.
Getting slaughtered.
No bueno for Snap.
Oh yeah, well let's not talk about it. Is it making Snapchat go down? A little bit. Snapchat already had earnings though, so it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the expectation.
Twitter is getting slapped.
It's funny, this is the one, I mean, Connor's not here, Connor left, but this is the one that Connor was talking about. Because remember last time they banned Trump, Connor said don't pay attention to this earnings, but pay attention to the next earnings. And they're probably going to nuke.
Oh, Western Digital.
There you go.
WDC.
Connor was spot on, dude.
What about Western Digital? They reported today?
I think their reportings are after close too. I'm not at a computer.
Oh, Twitter goes down to like 40.
Fucking spot on.
I want to see this piece of shit get crushed.
It's down about 8% already.
It's going to come down to like 55.
Holy hell, Western Digital took off.
Ugh. Dang it. I knew they would have fucking good earnings.
75. Man, I have that on my watch list too. I didn't bother to look at it though. Yeah, it broke out of that range it was in too. It's a new all-time high for Western Digital, I think.
It is hurting Snapchat a little bit, not a lot. Amazon pulling back a little bit.
That's a new all-time high for Western Digital.
Now we're only waiting on Neo.
Yeah, after hours, Western Digital is up 6%.
You made your loss back from Tesla, nice.
Damn.
By the morning, the IV crush will make them trash. Yeah, really. That's what it's been doing a lot. Did that to Facebook and Apple. They're just playing with the new traders, man. I'm telling you, they nose a lot of new blood. They're slapping us. All the older traders are getting caught in the fucking bloodbath.
I should have just kept that shit. I had June calls for Western Digital, and I sold them 40% gains. Those would have been way more.
Here's something even funnier. Twitter beat earnings. They missed by active user estimates by 1 million. I wonder why. What could have made them lose a million people? Don't think too hard on that one, guys.
I was like, is that a rhetorical question?
No, it's not rhetorical. I mean, it is rhetorical. I totally forgot about that, though. Connor was fucking spot on.
Like him or hate him, the dude drove Twitter engagement.
You could have made a killing on those puts. Yeah, don't play earnings, MT. Earnings are dog shit. If any trader tells you they're good at trading earnings, don't ever listen to them again.
Full of shit.
They're 100% full of shit. Unless they have insider information, there's no possible way to be good at earnings.
It's a crapshoot, really.
Still waiting on Neo. I'll give it until like probably 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it a day.
Damn it, I lost my place in line, Caesar. Fuck.
For what?
Top shot.
I thought you could, it would do it automatically, save your place, where you could just have it email you.
I did, but I was in an interview when my turn came up, and now.
Oh, okay. I just have it text me. You know, you can email text yourself, right?
Yeah, but again, I was in an interview. I wasn't about to
Okay.
do a top shot drop while I was getting an interview.
Yeah, I just put in my cell phone number and as an email address, and I'll just get the text when it's my turn.
Sir, excuse me, I have to go get a common number 25,000 serial shit card.
I'll be right back, sir.
This is actually a really good interview. Twitter missed users by 1 million?
Yep.
Does that count all the users that they removed?
Snapchat's going back up. Neo's starting to go down a little bit, but it doesn't look like they reported yet. Come on, Neo. We don't got all day. Amazon came all the way back, and then it bounced. How does Bitcoin look? It looked a little toppy earlier. Let me see. Yeah, it looks a little toppy. You came back to retest the monthly VWAP, and you're failing the VWAP. You're still in a sell signal too on the daily. It never flipped back into a buy. The 4 hour flipped back shortly, but we're flipping back into a sell again. So, doesn't look too good. The weekly did flip into a sell, but then it flipped back into a buy. So, it turned that signal off. But it's showing you how close it is to flipping into a sell, which is not good. On the other hand, though, Ethereum doesn't look that bad. Ethereum looks toppy, but still a lot stronger than Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum came back down to like 24, 2500. You have a massive daily bear div on Ethereum. But alright guys, I think I'm going to call it on that. Neo's taking too long to report. Amazon had good earnings, it looks like. They did really well. Twitter had good earnings, but they missed users, so they nuked. Hopefully Amazon actually holds up here. Facebook and Apple, actually Facebook did hold up, but it pulled back pretty hard during the day. Apple completely retraced, so not too good on that. So hopefully Amazon actually stays up here. But having massive gaps like this on these growth companies right around all-time high, typically not a good thing. So don't expect that to hold up for very long. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to have analysis posted in Discord later today. And yeah, that's all I got. If you guys want to try out the bot, be sure to check out my Twitter. It's a pinned tweet on my Twitter. Unless you're in Discord, just put your username in the bot channel and I'll get to you guys as soon as possible. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, same time as always. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. I stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then make sure to look out on Sunday. I release a weekly watch list every Sunday at around 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern as well. But alright guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.